Good evening and welcome to everyone tuned in here as France host Italy in Pau in a rematch of last year's FIVB World League bronze medal match. So a very warm welcome to everyone tuning in and joining us here in Pau in the southwest of France, not too far away from the Spanish border, here in the Palais des Sports, the Palace of Sports, a fantastic arena, and should be very close to full capacity of almost 7,500, with the French boys playing in front of a home crowd. France in very good form indeed. 4 wins on the trot for Les Bleus. Not so for the side from Italy. 3 losses in a row for them. They'll be looking to try and turn things around here, but they definitely have their work cut out for them against what is a very, very strong French side. Plenty of changes in both teams, however, it should not affect the caliber of play we are anticipating here this evening. In total, these nations have met 40 times in the World League. France claiming 16 wins out of those 40. Italy with 24. Italy, of course, with a very, very rich history in this competition. 8 gold medals for them in the first 11 editions, however, with France getting the better of the competition in more recent years, of course, finishing first in 2015, the year where Erwin Engapet, of course, was named MVP as well. He is not playing today due to injury. France have won their last 5 World League matches against Italy since the 3-1 intercontinental round defeat back in 2012. The most recent match between these two at a world level was back in August of 2016 when Italy recorded a straight set victory, when France, recorded a straight set victory over Italy in the 2016 Olympic Games preliminary round. The flags being brought out as we prepare for the national anthems. And there we have the national anthem for the Italian sides. Italy, who began their 2017 World League campaign with a straight set victory against Iran, but have lost all 3 matches since. Next up, it's France. And there we have a fired-up crowd here in Pau, ready to get behind their team. France have only dropped 2 sets so far in all 4 World League matches, both of those coming against Russia. And it should be a really, really well-contested game, this. France, of course, very dangerous with the serve as well as with the block. Kevin Leroux, number 10, currently ranked number 1 as the best blocker so far in this year's event. And from the service line, well, even more dangerous with 4 of the French players in the top 10. Italy, however, might have the recipe to deal with it, because they themselves have 2 of the best receivers so far, Filippo Lanza and Massimo Colacci, both in the top 6 when it comes to reception so far. Here we see Colacci in the libero position. We'll be looking to try and stop the onslaught early on here. Italy could lose 4 consecutive World League matches for the first time since 2015, when they were beaten twice by both Brazil and Serbia. They'll be looking to try and avoid that. However, Italy have never suffered consecutive straight-set World League defeats in a total of 419 matches, which is impressive in itself, as the French side prepare to get things underway here in what should be a mouth-watering encounter between 2 very, very talented sides. Here we have the French starting lineup. Grebennikov, of course, known very well by Italy's coach Gian Lorenzo Blengini. The 2 know each other, of course, from the Italian league. AS Lube Volley, the Italian champions, where both of them ply their trade when not on the international scene. And not the only ones as well. Quite a few players who will know each other very well on both sides of the net here, as the Italians get ready to kick off this first set here in Pau in France. And a nice pipe attack to kick things off here. Kivno straight down the middle. No mistakes with the finish. And just the start the French crowd was looking for here. Still early days, of course. Lunin, they fought from the service line. France, of course, can be very dangerous from the service line. Not quite working out for them on that occasion. And Leroux stamping his authority on this first set early on. Something you see a lot with Team France, this short set over the back of the head. Right down the middle. Kevin Leroux, a specialist from the service line himself, one of the many in the French squad. Vettori with a nice finish. Player who knows Leroux very well himself, of course. His time last season alongside the Frenchman at Modena in the Italian league. And whispers here and there that Leroux might be heading to Moscow. But funnily enough, as an opposite, which will certainly be more of a challenge. There we can see Evan Ingapet in the background. So definitely here to support his teammates, even if he can't be out on the court. He kept in play well. And that was almost certainly in. Great recovery though. Tognuti playing it outside the antenna. And the block finding the line. Italy 3-2 up here in the first set. Luca Vettori from the service line. There is Ingapet, one of the superstars in world volleyball. And again, Italy on the top of the net with the service. Well, the French can't keep it alive. And Italy give themselves an early 2-point cushion here. Vettori fires that one into the net. Just never really got any height there. And here we have Steven Boyer, the man trying to fill the boots of Rogier. Big boots to fill, of course, but he's done a good job so far. Rogier, of course, retiring from the national team. A lot of people wondered if the youngster would be able to step up, but certainly has shown that he's willing to take on the challenge with the way he's been playing so far. That's textbook. Absolutely beautiful play by France. Ferocious finish. Absolutely no chance for the Italians there. Gerbenikov with some fantastic defense. And that looks like there was a step over. Get a closer look here. Oleg Antonov firing one Gerbenikov's way. And Gerbenikov able to deal with the ball coming his way, but the referee having something to say. And it did look like he touched the line, and there is the confirmation. Well spotted. 5 apiece here in the first set between Italy and France. Italy taking the lead now as a result of France not being able to keep that serve in play. Fabio Ricchi. And that is very clever indeed. Absolutely fantastic by Tognuti. So difficult to see and anticipate. Very intelligent play there from the French captain. That's more like it from Italy. Luca Vittori flying high. Good reception. Everything going to plan after that. And a big block as well. Again, Luca Vittori in the mix. As we head into the first technical timeout now. Vittori, strong hands there. Really well played, and Italy off to a decent start here. Oh, France trail by 2. Fans here in Pau don't seem too bothered just yet, and neither will the French players be, as Simone Gianelli makes his way to the service line. Just 20 years old, or just about 21, but still already one of the best of his kind in world volleyball. And that one looked like it might have caught the line. Vittori certainly thought it did, but the point goes France's way. It was a close one. Get a better look at it here with the replay, and I'll tell you what, I'm glad I'm a commentator and not a referee. That's more like it again. Real nice first tempo there. Lenil with the block out there. Julien Lenil, one of 3 French players who have scored more than 50 points in this Group 1 here. And Leroux going head first into that one. Doesn't seem too dazed by it. And Italy keep their 2-point lead intact. 10-8 up here in the first set. Kept alive by Leroux. Second attempt, block touch. France peg one back. Coming off Antonov there. Leroux with the serve. There you can see just how dangerous he can be. Well, the Italians extend it. They're a lead to 2 again. Now 11-9 up here in this back and forth first set. Very close, very little to separate the two sides. And so far, Italy have been able to deal with everything that France have thrown at them, but you still feel there's still something in the locker for the French side. Not quite firing on all cylinders just yet. However, the Italians just as capable of shifting up a gear. Steven Boyer showing off his skills from the service line, but again, Italy doing very well to deal with the danger. And a wonderful set by Gianelli. With Oleg Antonov doing the rest. Technical error there by Luca Vittori. Easy decision that time. But Laurent Tillier, the French coach there, looking on. Here we have another look at, or almost another look. Play well and truly back underway here at the moment. Italy 13-11, still leading. Wonderful finish there by Boyer, but it looks like could have perhaps been wide, not quite sure. Gianelli said it was in, the linesman said it was out. Quite clearly on the line. And that's nice to see, the young setter from Italy. Fair play from him. Just goes to show a lot of respect between these two sides. And Candelaro comes up with the goods there. From short range, never going to miss that one. Finding the gap between Leroux and Lenil. Devastating effect. 14-12, Italy leads here. Gianelli, more than decent from the service line himself. And great play there. Oleg Antonov falling to the ground, unable to keep the ball alive. Was asking a lot, however. Trevor Clevino making life difficult for the Italians on that occasion. One-handed set. And they finish to match, or is it? Wonderful play. Will be a challenge here. Looks like there might have been a step over, and quite clearly no fault. Has to have the entire foot over the line. Quite clearly wasn't the case there. So you can understand the challenge, but pretty simple decision to make in the end. 15-13, Italy leads. Have not given away their lead for the entire first set, and that will be an ace. Get a better look at this, and now as the teams head into the second technical timeout, and Buto finding the line net. And Blangini, sure of it himself.
Le défenseur ligne, il va à la fin, et tous les défenseurs diagonales, on reste loin, parce qu'ils attaquent fond.
Uno che smanetta deve saltare molto tardi, ma poi saltare al massimo, perché se no trova braccia verticali su cui fare mano fuori. Di andare!
Well, the Italians with a 3-point cushion now, as we slowly but surely head towards the business end of this first set. Good serve and a good reception. And again, Grevenikov does well to keep it alive, as does his French teammate. Oh, and almost a little bit of trickery there from the French. Second time asking that. The Italians continue to build the gap here. And Julien Ligny comes up with the answer. An important point for France, you feel. Perhaps not regarding the set and the way it's going, but just psychologically try and put a stop to the rot. Avoid Italy running away with it, but Lenil finding the net, and France, usually very dangerous from the service line, has not quite been up to par so far in this first set. Davide Candelaro with the serve for Italy. France come away with the point though. Kivno. It's coming off Vittori there. The gap now down to 3 again. Leroux. Great serve, that's more like it. That's what we come to expect from players like him when called upon. Able to deliver, although, it has to be said, it's taken the French a little longer than they would have liked to start delivering from the service line. Better late than never, though. Power and accuracy. The name of the game there. And here we see the Italian coach Blangini taking a timeout to try and throw a bit of a spanner in the works into that French serve. Another vicious serve by Leroux. Great reception. And again, good defense this time. Legoff with one too many to handle for the Italians in the end. Great defense there. But very little they could do about what followed. And Leroux finds the net there, and sign of frustration by him there as well, but definitely an improvement for France. Two good serves before that one. Clever play there by Linil. Was actually Klibno there, excuse me. Not the best set coming his direction, but did well to adapt and make the best of it. That one's long from Boyer. Oh, Italy, 2018 they lead. France definitely upping their game a little bit. Double substitution for France. You see Leroux and Boyer.
On se met vite en place.
Sta succedendo quello che abbiamo detto.
C'est tout. Ok, allez, ensemble.
So Jean Patry and Antoine Brizard are both out on the court for France now. Long reception there by Grebennikov, opens the door for Italy. Ricci with the finish. And Italy edging closer to taking this first set. Although this is where we get down to business now. Timeout by France.
On remonte dans le combat là, on n'est pas dans le combat. On n'est pas dans le combat. Ok? Allez gars, hop là, regarde. Quoi qu'il aille, on se bat.
Excellent atmosphere. Fans of all ages here in the Palais des Sports in Pau. Wonderful venue. And the kind of support France might need to try and turn things around here in the first set. That'll help. Closing the gap to 3. Looks like Nicolas Pesaresi has made his way onto the court. That one definitely wide by Vettori. France with 2 points in quick succession. So that's putting a little bit of pressure on the Italians here. And Pesaresi came onto the court to help out and improve the reception. That's exactly that. Italy, 2 more points needed to take this first set. Opportunity here perhaps. And that will get half of the job done. Vettori knew exactly where he was putting that one. Great set to find him as well by Giannelli. So Italy with the opportunity to get off to a good start here. Legoff, the powerhouse that is Legoff, has other plans, it would seem. An absolute monster. Thibaut Rosa coming on for France now. Good serve, but even better reception, and that is how you take a set. Absolutely fantastic stuff from Italy there. And the Italians dampening the spirits here in the Palais des Sports early on. Taking the first set, 25-21. Took them exactly half an hour to do it. A very entertaining match between these two already. But you just feel there's still perhaps something to come from France, unless the Italians can continue doing what they have been and try and just silence Le Blues, who have struggled a little from the service line, not quite as dominant as we might have expected, but take nothing away from the Italian performance. They have certainly ticked more boxes than their opponents. However, still plenty of volleyball to be played.
Là où on doit faire les points, c'est sûr quand on les met en difficulté, son ballon au bloc. Il joue que les mains. Alors, on n'est pas dans le combat. Ok, allez.
There we had a quick look back at that first set. And here we can see as well the errors for France perhaps playing a part. Italy with more attacks as well. And surprisingly, no blocks for France in that first set, the department where they usually shine. Yet to do so far. And it will be interesting to see what kind of a reaction we get from France here in the second set. especially considering it's in front of a home crowd. Perhaps adding a little to the pressure, but can just as easily get them fired up should they find themselves with their backs up against the walls. Not quite all doom and gloom just yet, but certainly some sort of reaction needed. So, a good serve to get this second set underway. But yeah, quite clearly not on the other side there, so all okay. So get this first set going, and France pick up a quick second as well. Botto looking to fire that one into next week, just as he did with the set-winning point in the first. Not quite as successful on that occasion, but Italy do pick up their first point of the second set now as well, trailing 2-1. Great block there. Reception there by Rosa. New outside spiker on the court for France. And on for Lenil. Doing a good job as well. Well, Kevin Leroux on the service line for France. Finding the top of the net. Just taking some of the fizz off it, which certainly helped the Italians out. Antonov fires another one home for the Italians. Straight into the midsection of Leroux. Yeah, just couldn't react quickly enough. Vettori finds the net as well, which almost helped him out. Good block, and then kept alive, if only for a moment. Clivenot gets the attack back onto his head, and then tries his go at a bit of football as well to try and keep it alive, something you see more and more of in volleyball. Always a pleasure to see, though. Crowd pleaser every time. That's more like it from France. Boyer. Good defense. And is paid back for his efforts as well. And Clivenot showing that he's able to deal with any kind of ball that comes his way, even if it's not quite perfect. He comes up with an answer. Saw that in the first set as well. Big man Le Goff making a nuisance of himself. Gianelli, not enough height there with the set. Ricci doing his best to try and make something out of it. Big serve there by Boyer. And there you can see just what he can bring to this French side, fitting in really, really well. No surprise that he is the best server of this year's World League so far. And now France with the early lead, unlike what we saw in the first, things turning around. Good block covering there. Benikov keeps it alive. And that one looks like it was in. Benjamin Tsonyuti. Coming up with a little bit of magic there. Tipped by Vittori. And then Tsonyuti catching everyone off guard. Polish champion with Kozle, showing what he can do with the national side as well. And this definitely has been the reaction everyone was hoping for from France here, with the first technical timeout underway. 4-point cushion for the side playing on home soil. This, of course, is the fear for Italy. France do start to really get going here. That will get the crowd even more fired up than they are, and could make this a tough evening for the Italian side. Great serve by Boyer again. Absolutely ferocious. And now we are starting to see the French side that was so successful in their last 4 games of the competition, starting to find their rhythm now. Another good serve by Boyer. This time the reception is there to match. Luca Vittori finally puts an end to the French run. Gianelli with a clever ball to find him. Good serve. Decent rally this. And block touch means Italy will take the point. Close the gap to 3. Good serve. Vossat unable to handle it. Oleg Antonov. They'll try and keep this going for the Italians, trailing by 2 now. Can't follow it up with another. France going to double digits, now 10-7 up. Kivno to serve for the men in white. And that one definitely caught Vittorio, who was doing his best to try and jump out of the way. Just catching his right leg, I believe. Or right foot. Was it the left? No, it was the right one. Four touches there means France get the point. And now a 5-point cushion back intact. Slight miscalculation there. Number of new players in the squad for Italy since they decided to shake things up again after the Rio Olympics. And perhaps not quite gelling just yet. That can always take a little bit of time. However, take nothing away from their first set performance, which was certainly a good one. Let's not forget Italy, of course, picking up a bronze medal at the Olympics as well. A fantastic achievement. And Boyer again comes firing through. This time down the line. Right set to find him. Actually catching the leg of Fabio Ricci. He was certainly heading for the line, even if the Italian hadn't been there. That's clever. Gianelli. Capable of things like that, of course, Gianelli. One of the taller men in his position. Closer to 2 meters. And definitely allows him to add elements to his game. Unable to find the serve he was looking for, though. Big block there. And that is more like the French side we have seen throughout the opening stages of this year's competition. Kevin Leroux with a monster block. That's why he's the best blocker so far this season. And another one to back it up. And this time, Thibaut Rossa coming up with the goods. And France now starting to shine in all the departments where they usually impress.
Là où il nous pose problème, c'est vraiment les balles très rapides. Donc ce que je vous disais, au plus vite, un pas et vous allez en face, un pas et vous allez en face. Les centraux, si vous n'avez pas le temps, arrêtez-vous. Parce que ça va tellement vite qu'ils vont chercher sur les diagonales. Et le 6 toujours centré. Le 6 toujours centré pour le moment. Okay, si les centraux, ils vous coupez, vous laissez des trous. prêt?
Tutto qua, centrale sta mandando via, spingiamo in centro, non entrare presto con le palle che ti arrivano da lontano, così aggiusti anche se rimane un po' staccata. Ricci, via veloce con sto passo, ultimo passo tagliare il primo tempo.
And here in this second set, we can see two of France's weapons really starting to play a part. Strength from the service line, which keeps the pressure on the opponent and obviously makes life easier for the block. That one. And the Italians pick up 2 quick points. Still trailing quite heavily though. France running away with this second set, however. Italy more than capable of coming back and turning things around here. That's a good way to get things going. Opportunity now, perhaps, if they can take it. Great defense by Grebenikov, but a net touch is the decision. Lahu. Get a better look at it here. Just catching it on his left hip as he was on his way back down. And that one quite clearly out. France putting their 7-point lead back in place. 18-11 now the score. A wild one there by Rosa. Hands it back over to the Italians. Very vocal, Gian Lorenzo Blengini, head coach of the Italians men team since 2015, picking up where Mauro Aberuto left off. And again, delivery just not quite up to standard. That's more like it. Boyer shows us how it's done, and not for the first time here in this second set. And the overhead passes seem to be getting the job done more often than not, especially compared to the options, or the other options we've seen for France. Step over here. Seen quite a few of them already in this game, more than usual. And with France 20-13 up, Italians take a timeout. Still a lot of work to do for Gian Lorenzo Blengini. And all the new faces and youngsters now in the side. Still trying to mold them together. Still a little raw, but they showed in the first set what the future could hold for this Italian side. And into the net there by Luca Vittori. Italy's top scorer coming into this match with 43 points to his name. Off with the block there, but ball coming down onto the French side. Still Tillier's side with a 6-point lead, now 4 away from leveling things up at a set apiece. Kept alive. The Italians stay alive by pegging one back. Antonov to serve. And Antonov gets another point on the board for the Italians from the service line. And not the first ace of Thibaut Rossat, who struggled with that reception. Timeout this time called by France. Players back out on the courts. Important points up for grab now. Again, Rossat struggling with the reception. Vittori comes up with the goods for Italy. Changes on the reception for the French. Lunil back out on the courts. Not needed there. And the serve a little too long. Extra help with the reception for the Italians, and now as well making a change. Boyer, great defense by the Italians. And the whistles are there. Understandable smile on the face of the referee. Point was already done and dusted. The Italians deciding to perhaps try their luck of keeping it alive. That's why you can see Le Goff not too happy about it. And definitely came off the net and not off the block there. Better there from the Italians, Fabio Ricci. Taking advantage of that quick short set there by Gianelli. Giulio Sabi, the new opposite at the service line for Italy. And the gap cut down to 3. Savi firing that one into the nets. And France now with set point. No stopping that one by Luca Vittori. Puts a dampener on any celebrations just yet. However, France still in control of their own fate at the moment. Gianelli. Good serve needed here. And that is not what the doctor ordered. France take the second set to level things up at 1 apiece here in Pau in France. The home crowd with something to celebrate after the Italians took the first 25-21. France replying in exactly the same manner, however, taking 2 minutes less to do so. Definitely an improvement in the way the French side have played. More effective from the service line and the block coming into play as well. Two of their weapons that were missing in that first set. Now you feel Italy slightly on the back foot, momentum with the French. And now it's up to the Italians to come up with an answer. And here a quick look at some of the action from that second set.
Bonne gestion du service, bonne gestion du bloc. un coup on s'arrête, on coupe les angles. On est trop à chercher où on est sur le terrain.
So here we have a look at some of the statistics from that second set. France definitely picking up their game. You can see Italy actually better in attack, but 12 errors by the Italians as well, given to France. Part of the problem for them in that second set, something that they'll have to avoid here in the third. Players back out on the court, as we're just a moment away from getting this third set underway. Jacopo Botto with the serve. Good play to keep it alive. And Antonov giving away the point there. Catching it and then lifting it back up again, which of course is not allowed. And France off to a scoring start, with Leroux at the service line as well. Not the best serve you'll see by Leroux there, as Italy level things up quickly. Candelaro. The serve for Italy. And Boyer trying to work the angle there. Perhaps looking to get a touch on it as well. A leg off the big man. In close range, and never going to miss from there. Straight in between Antonov and Ricci. And Boyer able to come up with the goods that time, although we've already seen some vicious serves from him. Reception. And absolutely no mistakes there by Lunit. Lovely weight on it. And a clever play from Tenuti as well. Good serve, good reception. And Lunil in the mix early on here. Didn't have to do much though, because it was the net that helped the ball stay on the Italian side. And Italy given the point here. Not too many complaints, and you can see why quite clearly. Touching the ground there. Opportunity there for Le Goff, couldn't take it. Kept alive, and not for long. Doing really well to react. Tell you what, he wasn't too far away either. Another serve finding the top of the net, and this time Le Goff does punish the Italians. Italians strike back straight away. Really has been a much more even affair already here in this third set. And that is absolutely sensational. Fantastic finish by Boyer. But the delivery to him, just as pleasing on the eye. Just one block in his way. However, even two might not have been enough. That was nice from Italy as well, though. Davide Candelaro turning into the direction of position one there. And once again, the power of that young man Boyer getting the job done. Block was there, but in between the block and the net is where the ball ended up. Unlucky for the Italians. Perhaps just not getting their hands over the top of the net enough. Another ferocious finish this time, Clivno. On the end of it. Leroux, his head in play once again there, it seemed. Working the angle really well there, Clivno. Another French player who applies his trade in Italy.
Ça veut dire que toutes les feintes en dehors des 3 mètres, c'est pour le 5 et pour le 1. Et dans les 3 mètres, c'est pour le 2 et 4. D'accord? Et là, ça sert à rien qu'on s'énerve entre nous, il faut s'énerver contre les autres. Contre les autres.
Cerca alto, va anche fuori.
Laurent Tillier there, the French coach. Two-time Olympian as a player himself back in 1988 and 1992. His father Guy was an international player for France as well. That's more like it from the Italians. Finding the gap well there, Antonov. Big block there by Davide Candelaro. Had Vettori there in support, but didn't need him. Good serve, but reception again. And Boyer showing that power isn't always needed. Sometimes finesse gets the job done just as well. Beautifully. Just slotted into that little area that he had to play with. Leroux sends that one long. It's been a bit of a mixed bag. Kevin Leroux from the service line. We've seen what he's capable of, but at times has let himself down as well. He looks a little frustrated with himself. Nothing wrong with that though by Le Goff. Point handed to the French there. 11-all now. And this, a big third set. Great pipe attack there by the Italians. And Botto flying high. Looks like we've got a challenge here. No fault is the decision. Antonov with the serve, and it's a good one as well. On the reception, even better, and then Le Goff, just like Boyer before him, showing that sometimes the deftest of touches can cause your opponent just as many problems as a thunderbolt. And then Ingabet, I'm sure would love to be out there. wide by Vettori. These are the kind of unforced errors that the Italians need to avoid. And the kinds of errors that have cost them the second set already after a really decent performance in the first. That's more like it. Vettori making amends in a record time. And Giannelli taking the block out of the equation. And a wonderful set to find Vettori. But France hit right back. And the Italians level things up again. Looks like Giannelli from the service line now. Well, Giannelli finds the net. So France lead 15-14. Boyer. Leaving nothing for the imagination there. And the perfect set for the Frenchman. Did not come from a Frenchman on that occasion. Second technical timeout here as France lead 16-14 in this, the third set. Two big games for both these sides tomorrow as well, of course. France taking on Team USA. USA beating Italy in 3 straight sets. While Italy will face off against Russia. 2 great matches. Big point there for France. With a 3-point cushion. Great serve by Lille. However, perhaps could have done a better job with the reception there, although it did come at him with real pace. And another timeout right after the technical timeout for the Italians here. Big points up for grabs, and next at the business end of the set. Lenil again for France. Another good serve this time. Italians able to deal with it. And Clivnon off the block. Extends the lead to 4 now for the French. Another good serve by Lenil, who really is firing bullets at the Italians at the moment. And Clivnon, the man who comes up with the goods in difficult situations, time and time again, really coming into his own now. Great defense. And then bangs the point as well. Staying nice and high. Thumbs up from Grebennikov. Shows you what he thinks. Great defense. Slight misunderstanding there for the French. Will it cost them? Yes, it will. Not the easiest set with the ball coming into him with real pace there. Double touch there. Gifts another point to the Italians. They've cut the lead down to 3 now. And nice to see that even the best in the business can make mistakes like that as well. And again, Clivnon with the reception and the finish to follow. He really has shifted into 5th gear here in this 3rd set. And that's certainly making the difference here in crunch time. Fans would certainly agree. Peru with a good serve. And that is out. Or is it? Did it take a touch, perhaps? It's going to be a challenge. Definitely out. Whether or not there was a touch on it remains to be seen. To be fair to the referee, I can't remember him getting a decision wrong so far. If he has, there hasn't been many, that's for sure. Doesn't look like it got a touch on Boyer. And once again, the ref gets it right. Has had a very good game. (21-16) for Les Bleus. That's big though by Sabi, and an important point as well. on the court now for Vettori. And the opposite, putting a stop to the rock there. Grebennikov with some unbelievable defense there. And then the block by Le Goff. Or was it Cliff? No, it was definitely the duo. Look at that defense by Grebennikov, almost knocks him off the court. And that is what you have him in the team for. That is what he's famous for. And France come away with a huge, huge point, thanks to the man who plies his trade in Italy, but wears the colours of France, Grebennikov. Sensational stuff. Looks like there's a challenge here. No fault. And once again, that man doing everything right. Not an easy job, that's for sure. Timeout called by Italy. And it looked like they might be doing enough to get back into this set. They still can, of course. France coming up with some big points just moments ago. Italians have to try and turn things around, because if France take this second set, you'd have to say momentum could see them get the job done. Boyer off the top of the block. And Italy struggling in attack. Giannelli not with the best sets, of course, difficult from where he was standing. But Grebennikov perhaps showing how it should be done on the other side. Does well to find Boyer from a similar distance. And Boyer's power just really finishing off that point. Big serve by Boyer. One-handed set there by Giannelli. To no avail in the end. Le Goff just waiting with the block. And it pays off. Set point to France. And the best server in this year's World League, finding the net there. Opportunity here. And the block out from Sabi keeps hopes alive for the Italians. Great defense there by Colaci with the pancake. And then off a Klivno from Sabi. France still with set point here, 24-19 here in the third. Sabi to serve. Good serve as well. Good reception by Grebennikov. Boyer. Unable to find a way past the block that time. As they say in volleyball, the last point is always the most difficult. But France is still with plenty of opportunities to get the job done here. And the home fans in fine spirits, it would seem. And why not? With France definitely the team on the front foot at the moment. They have a chance to go 2-1 up here. However, Sabi on a good little run from the service line, keeping the Italians in this. Clivno off the block, again Colaci with good defense. Lunin gives his 2 cents to the rally as well. And a great finish by Sabi. Really working the angle well there. And Laurent Tillier trying to think what he needs to get his boys to do to try and get over the finish line here in this third set. One more side out needed for the French. Was that a step over by Sabi? It was, and that's a tough pill to swallow for the Italians. Not the way you want to give away a set, especially after how well Sabi was serving. But it is the French who are now a 1 set away from victory, 2-1 up. And after losing the first set, have bounced back really well, taking the second and third 25-21. What can the Italians come up with now? And the Italians, you can't fault them for trying and change things up. We saw plenty of changes with regards to players out on the court. However, just not able to come up with an answer. Of course, should they lose this game, that would make 4 of their opening 5 matches of a World League campaign. That would be the first time in the country's history as well in this competition. They did lose 3 of their first 4 back in 2009, but won their 5th fixture in a deciding set against the Netherlands. However, you feel it's going to take some doing if they want to avoid having that on their record come the end of play here this evening. And things not getting any easier with Russia up next tomorrow. Although Russia with plenty of changes within their squad as well. And here we can see a spike hit points. Looks like most of them coming over position 2 there. Those overhead passes getting the job done for France, and we could see that quite nicely there as well. As we have a look at the statistics here, France just edging it with attacks, 1 ace to their name as well, and the block doing its job. And both sides gifting each other a couple of points here and there as well. Set 4 gets underway here. And once again, that man, Boyer, slow to get started, but definitely finding himself in the second set and hasn't looked back since. Nice fast set there by Giannelli. Good pace on it. And Antonov with an easy task as a result. Italians to serve now. Straight into the nets, handed back to the French. And we've seen more and more errors creep into the Italians' game after that good first set. Clearing on with the block. And then Leroux follows suit alongside Boyer. Have a better look at which one of them got the final touch. It was Boyer in the end. And Tillier very happy with what he's seeing. Great serve there. Lunin is served really well this evening. Well, stay at the line. Sabi with the mistake that time. Staying on the court after the third set. But not successful on that occasion anyway. And Blengini still remains calm. Perhaps still more than aware that this team is still in its development phase, evolving into what it will become. Sabi straight into the body of Grebennikov there. Italy trail by 3. Good serve. Antonov pegs another one back, closes the gap to 2. Right in between Grebennikov and Kivno. Right where you want to put it. Can he come up with another now? That is a good serve this time. A reception there to get the job done, and Boyer picks up another point to add to his tally today. Botto with the final touch. Leroux finding the net again. Not quite up to scratch today from the service line. Serve handed back to the Italians. Fabio Ricci. Let's see for the French, and again Boyer. Rising highest. And thumping that one down, bouncing up just in front of Sabi. And I'll tell you what, certainly looks like a young man with a bright, bright future. Good reply by Antonov. Italians not giving up just yet. Another young man at the service line for the Italians, Gianelli. But Boyer comes flying in yet again, as the 21-year-old continues to impress here. Power and precision all over that point. And they said he had big shoes to fill. He's doing a pretty good job of filling them at the moment. Certainly been leading the French attack here tonight.
Ancora insiste, vi ricordo che l'obiettivo dell'assalto è più Clevenot di Linel, poi se andiamo a tutto busso, ok, l'importante è che non vada su Grebennikov, ok? Poi anche Grebennikov ha preso le 10, quindi
And you can see Blangini talking about one of his own Lube players in the Italian league, of course, Grebennikov. Certainly someone who will have some inside knowledge, that's for sure. Whether or not he can put it to good use remains to be seen. Kivno to serve for the French. One-handed sets. And a decent finish by Jacopo Botto. Gianelli using his height there. Hardly has to get off the ground sometimes. Didn't need too much a lift there to find Botto behind him. And things are heating up here in Pau. Great stuff here. Still going. Boyer unable to keep it alive. Great play there by Gianelli. Perhaps a bit of a lifted ball by Antonov. That's what the whistles are for. Or perhaps for the referee who didn't spot it, but I think it would be fair enough to say, considering everything he's gotten right already, well, let him get away with that one. Botto to serve again for the Italians, who trail by 1. Great defense that time. Good rally. Sabi off the block, picks up another point for the Italians, who level things at 8 apiece now. There you can see the speed of the set from Gianelli. Another good serve for the Italians. And Legoff. No touch on that one, as the Italians now go into the lead. Good little 3-point run here for Blengini's side, as they try and take this into a 5th and deciding set. Much better by France Legoff. Once again, given the goods by Giannuti. And as we've seen time and time again this evening, Legoff not going to miss from there. The Italians strike back again. Much more of a back and forth battle here in the 4th set. And Luni. Shows us how it's done. The left-hander, one of France's top scorers. You can see why. Good block there by Leroux. And Antonov in the middle of some controversy again, as a good rally comes to an end. Lunil on the end of the point. There you see that lift by Antonov, which resulted in more whistles from the crowd. And then Colaci takes one to the face. Or was it his shoulder? Looks like it might have hit him on the left shoulder. Nevertheless, France are back in the lead, 11-10. And an animated Tillier on the sideline. His son Kevin Tillier, of course, a part of the French side as well. Unable to be with them at the moment, recovering from shoulder surgery. So, volleyball is certainly something that runs in the Tillier family. Italy with the timeout here.
Come mettiamo le mani quando è perfetta. Abbiamo fatto una scelta di posizione, in mezzo alle mani non può passare, e già per i difensori è difficile identificare, ok? Il tempo sull'opposto è ancora difesa. Vi ricordo i giri di Leroux: il 5 si occupa del pallonetto, se c'è assistenza al 4, il 6 difende, 5-6.
French get things back underway, and slight miscalculation there by Clivnot. Certainly looked like the effort from Sabi was going to be well long. Well, the Italians will take it. Nice set there by Grebenikov to find Linil. Grebenikov, a libero, who can really switch up the pace when he needs to when it comes to the set. Serve again by Linil. Really has been impressive from the service line, but Antonov fires the Italians back to within one. Antonov, not exactly a fan favorite at the moment. And I'm sure there'll be plenty in the crowd that will not have minded him finding the net there. France lead at 14-12. Kevin Leroux. This time fires it long, has struggled to find his rhythm today, at least from the service line. Normally one of his strengths. Fantastic spot and a fantastic finish. Cionuti in position 4 with the set out wide for Clivnot. Always dangerous when it's wet out on the court. Easy to slip and injure yourself. Grebenikov just doing the final polish there. Opportunity here for the French. Legoff into the block.
Date a Simone la possibilità di giocare, di sviluppare il gioco con coraggio. Entrate alla pari, entrate in primi tempi con
The French lead by 3 here in this 4th set, as they try to put an end to this match and avoid an uncomfortable 5th. This time, Boyer doesn't go for power. Great defense. Sabi brings it back. And there's the point for the Italians. A great point as well. Had no right to make that one theirs, but they did. And they did so in style. Great little rally. Set almost from the stance there just before. And then Sabi perfectly to the net. With Jacopo Botto getting the job done. Gianelli. Good reception by Cliveno. Not the best set for the arriving Lunil. And the Italians get the point. Touch off the block there. But was there? Slightest of touches, no challenge. Italians are back to within 1. Have some support here as well. Can France get over the finish line? Or is there a turnaround on the books for the Italians? And it looks like there was a net touch there. Great effort by Colacci though. And it came fired into him. Didn't see a net touch there. Seem to be a challenge though. Interesting one. That's clever by Botto, who really has come into his own here. In these last few points, not going for power. Well, not full power anyway. Could see Le Goff arriving late and make good use of it as well. Can't follow it up with a serve though. And France with a 2-point lead again, 18-16 up here. Best serve there by Le Goff. And not the best time to do it either. Candelaro now to serve for the Italians. And Boyer cruising through the air with some serious hang time. Just seems to have so many weapons in his locker as well. Can work the angles, can go down the line. Now we do have a challenge. Perhaps for a step over this late in the set. Willing to take more risk with the challenges. Why not? Or it could perhaps just be mind games from Blangini this late on. And you can see there, a whole foot length still away from a step over. So almost certainly perhaps a tactical decision there from the Italian coach. And Lenny off the block. France 3 points up. Marching towards victory. And almost an unbelievable bit of defense to keep it alive there by Grebennikov. Coming off him, and then Boyer unable to react quickly enough. And Lenny with another point for the French. And that should really be a block for the Italians. The French now 4 points away from a victory. And Antonov to serve for the Italians here. Now just 2 points behind. That's how quickly the tables can turn, but French still in control. And that's the block they were looking for. And that man, Jacopo Botto, the Italian lifeline at the moment. What a turnaround this would be if they can keep this little run going. Antonov with a good serve. Klivno does well, and again. Block touch. And for the first time, we've seen Klivno go from reception to scoring. And really impressing in attack. Good block by Le Goff. Kalachi could have perhaps recovered that ball. But straight in between his hands and quite low as well. Just couldn't get underneath it. France now 2 points away. Leroux to serve. This time he does come up with the goods. And Boyer not far away from getting the block there. But coming up against the impressive Jacopo Botto yet again. A monster block by Boyer, just on the wrong side of the net. Ricci to serve. No mistakes that time by Klivno. And the third set saw France struggle to get over the finish line with that final set point. They now have match point. Will it be just as difficult? Great serve by Boyer. And the French will have to wait nervously a little bit longer. Timeout called by France here. Laurent Tilly, perhaps remembering those struggles in the last set, perhaps trying to avoid them. And a tactical timeout here. Chance to just remind his players of the task at hand. And really bring the focus down to this last an important point for the French. And the fans in full song and force, trying to help their players over that finish line as well. Will Gianelli take a lot of risk with this serve or not? He does go for a power, perhaps not quite full power. And the Italians making things very interesting indeed here. One more side out needed yet again for the French. Italians need another good serve. Opportunity here. Big block. Fantastic stuff to level things up. Sabi, the main man for Italy. And those last 2 points, now 24 all. And the French, yet again, making things a little more difficult for themselves than they would have liked, but take nothing away from Italy, who have not given them an inch here during the crunch time of this fourth set. Tianucci not quite coming up with the perfect sets when the French did have the opportunities to put the exclamation mark and full stop on this set. However, don't want to put all of the fault with him. Well, that's much better. Once again, the overhead to Boyer. This time the set high enough and where it needed to be. And that man with another thunderous finish gives France their match point back. Klivno with the serve. Goes short this time, a good one. And there's the block that gets the job done. Was it Giannucci or was it Le Goff? Could be a challenge here. Italians holding on to whatever they can and by any means necessary. Can't see too much wrong with that. Definitely no net touch, no step over, and no fault is the decision in the end. The French take a victory in 4 sets. Didn't get off to the start they were necessarily looking for, losing the first by 25-21. But it was one-way traffic after that, taking the second and third 25-21 before the Italians made them work a little bit harder for the fourth, with the French taking the final set 26-24. So the Italians with 4 losses in a row. A team that is still finding itself, a team that is still evolving. And I'm sure we will still see plenty more to come from them. Early days for that group of players coming up against the French side, who started a little slow. But once they got into gear and found their rhythm, there was only ever going to be one outcome. We'll leave you with some of the highlights of the game. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure you join us next time here in the FIVB Volleyball World League, with plenty of action still to come. Take care and good night.
Julien, another great battle, another great victory. You can build around it, and once again, you were pretty good, at least tonight.
Yes, tonight it was an amazing battle against a very good team, Italy. Yeah, it was very, very difficult because it was very warm in this court, and with these amazing fans, very warm, so sweat, but so good battle, so good spirit. I'm so proud of this team. Honestly, so good.
Thank you.
On est trop à chercher où on est sur le terrain.